Hi, welcome to my call for paper for Nodes 24. So I'll talk about cloud native knowledge graph automation and showing the pipeline to deliver agents API to automate a lot of stuff. So mainly I'll focus on how to break on-prem versus cloud frontiers, automation, and the building at the end an assistant that does all the boring stuff for you so you can focus on staying creative and putting efforts on the right places. So it will be a work around Neo4j and OPT Nouvelle-Calédonie. So here we go. Just a brief focus on our stack, which is a very important point in this work. So we rely on Neo4j for database and on Podman to run Podman and Quarkus to run APIs, and the way we package and run APIs. Also, we use strongly GitHub and GitHub Action to delivery, and Google Cloud to make API work and make the work easy. So here we go. About me rapidly. So I'm division manager at OPT New Caledonia. I'm a Neo4j ninja. Currently almost 20k followers on DevTo, which is my blogging platform. For some time I'm blogging for OPT New Caledonia and sometime for my own. So you can also find me on Twitter as Rastadi. And I had a chance to be speaker at Nodes 2022 about information system cartography. Then a year later, still one more chance to be a speaker, opportunity to speak at Nodes 23 about linking a lot of data coming from a lot of places and putting the GenAI in the wheel. And now, which may be a kind of conclusion, and you'll see, Nodes 24, which is the point today, to put all the following steps together and build something to bring things to the next level with a lot of automation and real life use cases. So what triggered all this work is like complaints of my team and myself, tired of always answering the same question about who maintains applications, who relies on who, etc., etc. So we have the data and we were tired of always answering the same question. So what is our goal as developer and small team, and where we put the money and effort is for human people to stay creative. As mentioned by Forbes, a lot of GenAI causes a lot of speech and fear sometimes. But as mentioned, creativity is really the human skill, and we should focus as much as we can on that. So the vision is pretty clear. We are building, automating, and everything as possible. And we as a developer or working team, we are the end users. So this is the target we want to achieve. And now, what is our journey concretely? What does it mean? At first, we delivered data as CSV, but the end user was complaining that they were not data scientists. It was not easy to use. Then we delivered the data as a Neo4j instance, as a Docker image, but end users complaining about what is Docker and if they wanted it at the service. Now, we could deliver also data as a locally installable instance with Bloom and Neodash and all of the ready-to-use stuff. Still, people had no time or no skills to install Neo4j on their laptop or workstation. So we started to deliver a ready-to-use API through REST and GraphQL, but people were complaining they were not programmed. So at last, we decided to deliver a steward we called Carto-GPT, and just by chat people could start get answers, and then the answer was quite fun. People were just asking if it was real or it was a fake one. So as we see, it's a real one. So the vision is very easy, and we focus on that. Our vision is to design and deliver autonomous services that give the answers instead of us, and which are capabilities of thinking and resolving issues and problems. So we are delegating this kind of task to AI so we can focus on the work no one else will and no one else means also Gen AI, which is not able to perform some kind of task. So we make them by us. That was the speech at the beginning of this year. The vision for my team now. One day I told them during a scrum, you know what? This is the year we're going to build our own collaborator from scratch, together. And what is the fuel of this is the data and skills of my team. So what does it look like at the end? At the end, it's an API. So if I ask the API, who are you? Who are you, Carto-GPT? The answer, hello, I'm Carto-GPT. I'm a Gen AI of the team GLIA at EPT New Caledonia, and asking how we can help. This is the first interface to our steward. Now, the main question here we have oftenly is, tell me more about application, which is code is click, for example. So through a single REST call, HTTP call, is going to look up all the cartography and grab the required information telling what is the tool about and who maintains the tool and who uses the application. This is what we currently are building, and which actually is working locally, as you can see. Concretely, also, we can ask more focused question about who maintains an applications. So the answer is already given in Markdown, so we can use it in blog or various interfaces. So the section is divided in two parts. First, the about the application, which tells what is it about, and then its features. So this is all for real. This is a real use case, which actually is running locally. So what's our journey? Our journey is quite simple. Since many years, almost 5 years, 4 to 5 years, we grabbed data and put it together. Then we started to build the tools that help answer questions more efficiently. Then recently we started to build the service that does the job for my division. And then at the end, deliver the service that does the job for anyone, because we're always focusing on scalability at the enterprise level. Where we come from, behind us, we have built day after day, week after week, an ever-growing set of skills and data. So this is a treasure we have, and now we're going to put it to the next level. What I talked about Nodes 22 was about information system cartography, explaining how the information system is working, how things are connected on a global way. That was the achievement I presented in Nodes 22. Now, 1 year later, I used open data to link topics, API, data sets all together to apply complex question about United States Nations, Sustainable Development Goals. So at the end, I had a chatbot, and I was asking on what topic should I focus in New Caledonia for food, and he was answering me the data sets, answering clever questions and clever answers. Now we have on site global system cartography, and we started to see the emergence of a next level intelligence of our systems. So rapidly, here are some nodes and relationships we currently have on our system cartography. So applications are relying on other applications, are used by people, are maintained by teams as GitHub repos, consume Kafka topics, have maybe end of life and lifecycle management, as Confluence documentation, blog posts, and people are managed by people, belong to organizational units, have skills, are part of GitHub teams. You see, we have a lot of data, and it's just a little focus here. So what is the wheel of knowledge we are working currently now? At first, we are focusing on the data, on the low part of the wheel. So we are grabbing data, putting data together, checking data quality and integrity with GitHub Actions and DuckDB. We are putting data in OpenSearch to enhance search features, and we provide dashboards with NeoDash, which is a Neo4j product. Then we put the AI layer, which relies on Quarkus, LangChain Foundry, Ollama, Gradio, and OpenAI APIs to transform this as a service. Then we deliver the service as a container into container registries on GitHub, so we can run them then and deploy them on Kubernetes and Podman, so depending where we want to run them and deploy them. And then, thanks to GitHub Actions, we deploy them with Torah action on-premise or anywhere. And then the API, the resulting API which is running on-premise, is exposed on the web through Google APJ, which also makes it possible to grab on-premise API's data into the GitHub pipeline. And then we deliver back this in Neo4j instance, compute embeddings, use graph data science and semantics to build a next level of intelligence, and then restart the wheel, and this for forever. So it's like a PDCA. The linear pipeline is then as follows. So first, cloud content generation, with GitHub Actions and DuckDB for quality integration and reporting. So on the very left, so we focus on data quality and interoperability. Then we deliver the service thanks to GitHub and Epoch also. So we build on live the ready-to-use cartography image, which is a Neo4j instance. So I show how to build that. And then we focus on data integration with public APIs thanks to GCP Google APJ. And we can mix together human resource data, authorization skills, Confluence documents, Kafka topics, and so many things which rely on Google Cloud and OpenAI specs and Spring Boot and Quarkus, all that running on Podman, which is the run part. So we use Podman, Neodash, and the documentation automation, Quarkus API proxy. We're running a mix of local LLMs thanks to Ollama, and also OpenAI integration. We are making RAG and embeddings on Neo4j, and we are using LangChain Foundry to mix all these things all together. And then finally, we embed the knowledge with on services like, for example, a GitHub issues enhancer, which can add knowledge to any input issue. So we can redirect issue, build GitHub apps, deliver, of course, ChatBOT and steward, maybe on Gradio probably, and also working on agentic automation and all kind of assistance. So what were the first words of our Carto-GPT? First, a quick glance at the configuration. As you can see, it's a Quarkus configuration, Quarkus and LangChain Foundry, and we are mixing Ollama and open source models running locally, and a call to GPT-4 on OpenAI. And also, we are pointing to local APIs, which is Carto proxy running localhost. Now, what does it look like? We have a set of prompts configured, and we are pointing to an AI services. And at the end, we are building custom tools. For example, this is the one how to use a custom tool. Now, at this step, we have the tools, and we can start using it just by asking question and getting answers. So here I'm asking question about what about application OPT SMS. Then it tells me the OPT SMS in application which sends SMS through an API way, and who maintains the application. So the division is right. There is a code. And it also tells me it's at Numea, New Caledonia, because we have the data that tell that. And it also counts how many people work on the application on maintenance. So this is a real life case. Also, who is what's the organization unit which is responsible in maintaining this application. So all that is linked to human resource, Active Directory resource, etc. Also, what a main thing is how to make the AI say that it doesn't know the answer, that it does not get the answer and not hallucinate. So this is a very cool experience, real life experience, how to handle the lack of knowledge, and most of all use it as an opportunity to enhance it. So concretely, what does it mean? We have keys for each application has a unique key, which is in our case OPT SMS, and we want to know who maintains the application. Unfortunately, it was not the right. I needed to put an underscore, but I forgot that. So from the API perspective, I got a 404, which is right. Now from the API part, I got sorry words. Sorry, I could not find the application who maintains the application. That's a real case, and it's a huge step forward in managing what we don't know and the impact. I'll come back later on it. So now I speak about AI UX, AI user experience, because we focus on making the user experience for AI and not for human people. So we help the AI do the things by its own so we can focus on our job. So now the end user we are using to get customer feedback, our customer is AI itself, it's the LLM. So finally, we get an AI-driven custom tools iterative design, designed by humans but used by AI. So what's the loop here? We essentially deploy an API. We build the custom tools on top of the API. Then we discover cases where the AI fails to use a proper key for custom tool, for example. Then we enhance the API to help the AI find and choose a proper key on its own. So it becomes self-aware, self-dependent, and it can use the API to go further into research. So concretely, at first, the native AI tools and human in the loop. So my question is, tell me about application X or something X. The AI finds the tools, looking for X, but it does not have the exact match failure while calling the API, for example. So at the end, sorry, I can't hear, which is great, but we don't have the answer. So I restart the complete workflow. Now the next step is robust AI tools and less human in the loop. So at the beginning, tell me about application X. The AI is looking for application X. The exact match does not answer, but it has the tools to get candidates from through the match and then propose other matching, or if it's an excellent match, it does a job by itself, explaining what it did. And next, self-correction and engineering approach. Now, tell me about application, etc., etc. And then the AI is thinking and looping internally with various agents or custom tools. So first, analyzing the problem, then searching multiple matching tools, then reasoning and trying to challenging solution based on the custom tool answers, and then finally deliver and explain the solution. This is what we are achieving currently. So now we can focus on some kind of question. What are biggest Kafka topic? Do we have Kafka topic containing customer contracts and list them? Is this topic compact? Explain me what Kafka topic is about. I mean, in a functional way. Provide me the reason schema of this topic, because as a developer I need to develop something on this. Generate me a Confluence page. Which application do you use human resource data? Explain each of them. What's the repartition of business? As you can see, the questions are very wide and can be answered in an automated way. Also, around application topic. Application X is down. What are the business impacts? So this is the main question for me. Application X is down. Draft me an email to impacted users, copy a maintainer, explain business impact as well as impacted applications that will rely on it. This is a real life experience. This is very critical and makes a huge impact on going back on the path to up services. If one of the impact app creativity is critical, add our CIO to CC recipients by mail and send the SMS to EREC. This is real life thing we can do actually. Now, something also we are currently, so I see people of my teams being asked, person X is offline, can you send him an SMS to ask him to connect or task force, etc., etc. This can be automated. Tell me more about application X. For example, is this application stack running on Red Hat 9? Is it containerized? Is it currently up? Does it contain personal data, etc., etc.? This is all the questions we are currently starting to answer in an automated way with a chatbot, which is Carto-GPT. Also, make things smarter GitHub issues, add tags, add smart redirection int, link to apps, annotate with themes, trigger smart workflow, etc. Now mainly we are at the end of this call for paper. So the piece of software we rely on are Quarkus, Neo4j and embeddings. We are delivering on APG, and then we can loop for automation, for example, to build Power Apps, Power Automates, Confluence, auto documentations. We are also relying on native Neo4j embedding from LangChain4j, a collection of easy to use endpoints, not proxy, so human people can also use the API to integrate to build something new, for example. Next, the Quarkus LangChain4j we use for LLM integrations, which is a mix of local and OpenAI for now. For example, we use OpenAI for tricky function calling and reasoning tasks, and also giving a try to Llama Index and Neo4j for effortless text to cipher based drag and library search. Finally, possibly using conversational AI with APG on GCP and automating the build of agents with Vertex AI Agent Builder. So this is it. The proxy we are using gives this kind of data, and we build ChatBOT on top of it. The main target now is making this agentic, so with a set of skills and letting him do the job for us. So for example, building on teams, skills and contact, then answering questions about maintainer documentation applications. Then the secretary role, which is able to send SMS, make emails, send chat to teams, answer about contract switching, or being aware of who's on holidays, who's not, and automating this kind of stuff. So here we go. That's the end of my call for paper, a bit long, but here's our stack, relying on Google Cloud with APG and Dialogflow. Also a lot of things relying on Red Hat, Hugging Face and Quarkus, Gradio, LangChain4j, Podman, Apache Maven, and using a lot of GitHub actions, GitHub registry, coding Ansible Tower for deployment automation, of course Neo4j, and then strongly relying on OpenAI, Olama, and some meta models, Microsoft and Google Gemma, and maybe a Vertex AI, and also to all of tooling around DuckDB for data quality, automation, and the stack around Kafka, about Red Panda, Kafka, and OpenSearch. That's all for today. Hopefully it will be useful, and let me know if I be part of Node 24. Have a nice day. Bye. Cheers.